So what are some of the differences? இந்த மூணுக்கு உண்டான வித்தியாசங்கள் என்னன்னு பார்க்குறோம். பேப்பர் வந்து படிச்சவங்க மட்டும் படிக்க முடியும், ரேடியோ வந்து கேட்குற ஒரு மீடியம், டிவி வந்து பார்க்குறோம் கேட்குறோம், அவ்வளோதான். இதுக்கு மூணு. What are the main differences do you think?
Readers.
Newspaper. The newspaper will be TV you can have 24 hour live news.
Okay,
but
immediate.
Newspaper will be immediate news will be available in TV and radio.
Okay.
But the newspaper will not be.
Okay. TV கடையில TV யூஸ் ஆனா உடனுக்குடன் போடுங்க.
Live news.
Flash news.
Live.
Flash.
Live or current news.
Live or flash.
அப்படியே அந்த I just say immediate. Can I say immediate?
Current news.
Ma'am, flash up to date. Flash breaking.
Flash போடுங்க.
Current news you can have in TV.
Current, all things somewhat the same thing. The speed also, no? Here is viewers. What about radio?
Radio will also be same.
Same. Immediate. Immediate. Because now and then you get the news bulletins and as it's happening immediately.
On air and live is possible in both.
On air and live is possible. I'm sorry?
Newspapers we have some online newspapers.
It's delayed. So newspaper is slightly delayed. What's it? Delayed.
Time bound.
Delayed. News is time bound. All news is time bound. All news is time bound. Any other difference? Any other difference between?
Subscription can be through
Elaborate.
radio and TV.
Okay. That's again the same thing, no?
It will be elaborate.
It will be immediate. You will be keep on developing, reporting on developments. There it will be delayed.
Radio we can target direct. Direct targeting means the viewers who are the viewers. We can target a direct person.
What about radio? You can't do that?
No, in radio I'm saying about the radio only.
Okay.
Like if you want, if you're having a topic, TV में क्या होता है सारे तरह के टॉपिक आते हैं, न्यूज़ में सारे तरह के टॉपिक आते हैं.
रेडियो में भी आता है ना?
लेकिन हम किसी टॉपिक पर किसी डायरेक्ट पर्सन को हम उसका इंटरव्यू कर सकते हैं.
टीवी में भी करते हैं.
Radio in the easy to care, easy to you can listen while you are traveling.
अच्छा, okay. This says
newspaper வந்துட்டு எப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா கான்சென்ட்ரேட் அதுல
இது சொன்ன முக்கியமான பாயிண்ட் முதல்ல எழுதிறோம். Other activities while listening to radio.
அதுதான் மேடம், இது மூணுக்கு எடுத்துக்கணும்னாக்கா நியூஸ் பேப்பர் வந்து வெறும் கான்சென்ட்ரேட் அதுலயே இருக்கும். ரேடியோ வந்துட்டு ஒர்க் பண்ணிக்கன்னு கூட எதனா கேட்கலாம். டிவி வந்து ஒரு இடத்துல கட்டி போட்டு வச்சிருந்தா பார்க்க முடியும். டிவி
only the person can only focus on the newspaper, so only single activity of reading. So when you're reading the newspaper you can't do anything else. Full focus is on
the newspaper only.
Radio you can do other things. TV
அது ஒரே ஃபோக்கஸ் ஒரு பர்టిక్యులர் பிளேஸ்.
single activity. எப்படி போடலாம் அத
நியூஸ்பேப்பர்
டிவியை மட்டும் தான் பார்க்க முடியும். வேற எந்த விஷயத்தை அதாவது ரேடியோ கேட்கும்போது
படிக்கலாம், ஒரே இடத்துல கட்டி போட்டு வச்சிருக்காங்க.
கம்ப்யூட்டர் இது பண்ணிட்டே கேட்கலாம். நியூஸ் பேப்பரும் டிவியும் அது மட்டும் தான் பார்க்க முடியும். உட்கார்ந்து பார்த்தோம்னா sometimes people cut vegetables while watching TV. Slightly better. One at a time.
One-to-one approach in readers. Only one person can read the news.
Many people listen.
Listeners, more.
Why even 2-3 people can sit together and read a newspaper? No?
சிங்கிள் பேப்பர் எல்லாரும் இல்ல ஒருத்தர் படிக்கும்போது எல்லாரும் கேட்கலாம்.
It's a more one-on-one. TV, although there are more similarities between these two media and definitely very different from print. But when we see your radio script and when you listen to your radio program, sometimes it is like listening to a newspaper read aloud on air. You get that feeling sometimes? Sometimes, some programs. If you are not making the program very well, you tend to give a lot of detail on radio. It's boring, long, it doesn't go, it's not catchy, short, simple and sweet. If you look at the radio, like just to give an example of the simple news, a print article would probably say there are 3.87 million people who don't have access to electricity in Tamil Nadu. Although I think it's 62 crores, but okay. But in the radio you will say even 4 million, no? About 4 million people don't have. Okay. Supposing I say, instead of saying 5% of people have biryani every day in Triplicane, I'll say 1 out of every 20 people for radio. In the newspaper you will see 5%, 3.8%, all these decimal points and details. In radio and television it will get converted into you round it off to the nearest denominator, about 4, about 1 in 4, 1 in 20, make it very simple. In print you will say, there was an accident outside the residence of there was a bomb blast outside the residence of Mr. Patnaik in Khajuraho, okay? Here in radio, the word residence will become what? Patnaik. It will become house or home, residence. In print you will say parliamentary proceedings commenced. In radio you will say the parliament began its debate instead of commenced and began. So as a journalist, these are the words that will get changed. In other words, in newspapers what you see is the written language, like how you will write the chitti, sub-formal written language, textbook type of language, which is quite boring. That also they are trying to change these days. For radio and television, it's a talking language. How you talk to people at home or how you will talk to your community, it's the language of the simple oral communication between people. So these two media try to talk to people, but in radio there is a big difference between TV. Here, together with the soundbite, together with the voiceover, you also have talking superimposed on natural sound. So natural sound also talks. It's a tremendous advantage. If you use it beautifully, it can be as powerful as television. Okay? So, supposing you have to do script writing or news writing for radio, it will be very different from the way you write for newspapers. So, we are going to distribute some handouts, and you can do, we can try to do some exercises which will show us how easy it is to write for radio. If you just follow some basic simple rules like this, simpler than this, you see how easy it is to write for radio.